The outnumbered heroes. In the distant reaches of the galaxy, a conflict was brewing that would test the limits of human courage and ingenuity. The once peaceful planet of Illyris was now a battlefield, its skies filled with the dark shadows of alien warships. The alien invaders, known as the Zorgeth, had launched a massive offensive to conquer Illyris and subdue its human inhabitants. Their leader, General Xylar, was a ruthless tactician, with a single-minded goal: total annihilation of the human resistance. Amid the chaos, a small but determined group of humans remained steadfast. Commander Sarah Mitchell, a veteran of countless battles, led her team from a hidden underground base. The Zorgeth had underestimated the resolve of the human defenders. As Styler's war fleet prepared for a decisive strike, Mitchell gathered her team for one final strategy session. "We're outnumbered and outgunned," Mitchell began, her voice steady despite the gravity of the situation. "But we have something they don't: our creativity and our will to survive. We're going to use every trick in the book to turn this around." Mitchell unveiled their plan: an intricate web of traps, decoys, and guerrilla tactics designed to exploit the weaknesses of the Zorgeth forces. As her team prepared to execute the plan, they knew that their survival depended on their ability to think on their feet and adapt to rapidly changing circumstances. The deceptive tactics. As the Zorgeth fleet descended upon Illyris, their advanced sensors and overwhelming numbers seemed unbeatable, but the humans had a plan. Commander Mitchell's team had spent weeks setting up a series of deceptive maneuvers to lure the Zorgeth into a false sense of security. They created decoy bases, simulated distress signals, and planted explosive traps across key locations. The first wave of Zorgeth forces advanced with confidence, expecting an easy victory. But as they approached the decoy positions, they were met with a barrage of surprise attacks. Hidden mines detonated, causing chaos among their ranks. The Zorgeth were forced to regroup, their once clear path now a tangled mess of confusion and fear. General Xylar watched from his command ship, bewildered by the unexpected resistance. How could they have anticipated our movements so precisely? He roared, slamming his fist against the control panel. The Zorgeth forces scrambled to adapt, but the humans had already set the stage for their next move. The turning tide. The initial success of the human traps had given them a glimmer of hope, but the real test lay ahead. The Zorgeth were now on high alert, and their subsequent advances were more cautious and calculated. Commander Mitchell knew that to maintain their advantage, they needed to escalate their efforts. The humans launched a series of coordinated strikes on critical Zorgeth supply lines and communication networks. These attacks were meticulously planned, targeting key infrastructure to disrupt the Zorgeth's ability to maintain their offensive. The Zorgeth forces were caught off guard as their logistics fell into disarray. In the midst of this chaos, Mitchell's team executed a daring raid on a Zorgeth command center. The operation was risky, but it paid off. They managed to capture valuable intelligence that revealed Xylar's next move. With this information, the humans were able to anticipate and counter the Zorgeth strategies with precision. The ultimate showdown. The battle reached its climax as the Zorgeth launched a full-scale assault on Illyris. The human defenders, though weary, were resolute. The Zorgeth fleet, now fully engaged, pressed their advantage with relentless aggression. Commander Mitchell knew that this was the moment of truth. Utilizing the intelligence they had gathered, the humans orchestrated a series of counterattacks that targeted the Zorgeth's vulnerabilities. They launched a surprise assault on Xylar's flagship, using advanced weaponry and coordinated tactics to breach its defenses. The ensuing battle was fierce and intense, with both sides fighting tooth and nail for control. As the battle raged on, Mitchell's leadership and the bravery of her team shone through. The Zorgeth forces, though formidable, were unable to withstand the relentless human assault. Xylar, now desperate, ordered a final push to break the human resistance, but it was too late. The turning point. Amid the turmoil of battle, a turning point emerged. The humans, fueled by their determination and ingenuity, began to gain the upper hand. The Zorgith fleet, once so confident in their victory, was now faltering. Their ships, crippled by the relentless attacks, struggled to maintain their positions. Commander Mitchell's tactical brilliance had turned the tide of the battle. Her team executed a series of decisive strikes that crippled the Zorgith's command structure and disrupted their coordination. Xylar's forces, now disoriented and demoralized, were unable to mount an effective defense. The Zorgith general, realizing the futility of his campaign, was forced to order a retreat. The once feared invaders were now fleeing in disarray, their grand plans for conquest unraveling before their eyes. The humans, though exhausted, celebrated their hard-fought victory. The aftermath. In the aftermath of the battle, Ilaris was left scared but victorious. The Zorgith invaders had been driven off, their plans thwarted by the resilience and creativity of the human defenders. The victory was hard-earned, and the costs of war were evident in the ruins of the once peaceful planet. Commander Mitchell and her team were hailed as heroes. Their bravery and resourcefulness had turned the tide of the conflict and saved their world from destruction. The victory was a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the power of ingenuity in the face of overwhelming odds. As Ilaris began the process of rebuilding, the humans looked forward with hope and determination. They knew that the scars of war would take time to heal, but they also knew that their victory had demonstrated their ability to overcome even the greatest challenges. A new dawn. With the Zorgith defeated and Ilaris in the process of recovery, a new era dawned. The humans, united by their shared struggle and triumph, looked to the future with renewed optimism. The victory had not only secured their world, but also forged new alliances and strengthened their resolve. Commander Mitchell's leadership and the courage of her team had become a symbol of hope and resilience. Their story served as a reminder of the power of creativity and determination in overcoming adversity. As Ilaris rebuilt and grew stronger, the lessons learned from the conflict would guide them towards a brighter future. The galaxy, once again at peace, looked to the humans with admiration. Their triumph over the Zorgith had proven that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit could shine through and forge a path to victory. The story of Ilaris would be remembered as a testament to the enduring strength and ingenuity of humanity.